Welcome to the first ETS2LA community annotation project. I am Tuomas, the head developer and owner of ETS2LA. Over the past month or so, our users have voluntarily gathered over 50,000 images from ETS2 and ATS. We've compressed these images down to the best 4,000, and these will then be used to train an AI on detecting various in-game obstacles. Now, this community project itself is a community effort to annotate these images. Annotation is easy and basically just means telling the computer where the objects in the image are. I'll flash a bunch of examples on screen now of what this will look like. The project itself is coordinated through a Discord bot, since CVAT, the program we use for annotation, doesn't really have an easy way to handle these kinds of large open projects. I've developed the bot myself, so it might have bugs, and please report them to me if you find any. I'll try my best to fix them. We do have some prizes prepared for the top 3 annotators. These have been financed using the donations I've received on Ko-Fi, and these prizes will be as follows. First place will get a free month of Discord Nitro, and the second and third places will get a free month of Nitro Basic. And it's important to note that any of the users with the @contributor or @moderator role on Discord are not eligible for these prizes. So even though I will be streaming the entire process, I of course won't give myself one of those prizes. We appreciate all of your help, of course, and this will go a long way towards getting 2.0 done as fast as possible and finally getting the program out to the public. I'll now leave the mic to pass to Tuomas, who's made a quick tutorial on how this all works for you guys. So for any future reference, you are going to want to check the vehicle detection image annotation on the wiki. I'll leave a link to the description. We'll add a FAQ here of the most used, most asked questions and stuff. Yeah. Now you'll want to go to the annotation.ets2la.com website. You'll find the link in the description too. And you'll want to click on create an account. Now, we'll ignore that, I'll just blur it out. Now, you do not want to use your real name or email, okay? Do not use them, they will be public. Use a burner name. And then the email can just be your username @ets2la.com. That's not going to be a real email, but it'll just make stuff easier for us. So username @ets2la.com, email, yeah, and then the username, you do anything, yeah, and then of course the password. I don't recommend using your own password, come up with something else, but this will be secure, so we won't leak your password, okay? Yep, create the account, and now you'll want to go to Discord and go to the ETS2LA server. Just give me a second. Here we go. So for the purposes of this tutorial, I'll be using my own server, but here you see the bots channel, and that's what you'll want to use normally. So you'll want to do, the first command is to get you into the organization, so do /invite and then your email address. If you copied it during the last step, then it's easy to just paste it here and add it. And it seems like it's broken. Give me a second. Okay, we'll try this again. Invite, email address, and hey, this time it worked. Okay. Now you'll want to refresh the page from the top left, or F5, and then change the organization to ETS2LA. Good. Now you want to get a job for yourself, of course, so you do /assign, and then your username, and the bot will automatically assign you a vacant job, and you can then start annotating this job. There you can see it. And now we switch to a bit later on. I'll be doing like live commentary on how all this works. So first of all, you'll want to open up the väylä.fi website, and then we'll do this again. So väylä, okay, and here, then we'll go English, transport network, and road signs. So when categorizing signs on the detections, we are going to use these categories here. So you'll see warning signs, and then mandatory, regulatory, etc, etc. So we'll use these. You'll want to have this open or on another monitor or something, so it's easy to go to. We have the job here. We just click. It'll load for a moment, depending on the internet speed, and here we go. This is the labeling interface, the annotation interface. You can zoom in by zooming in, scroll thing, yeah, and then you can move it by clicking and moving the mouse as usual. If this is laggy, you should probably switch to Chrome. Especially Firefox is really slow at doing this. Yeah, so you can see here that I have 5 images here. You will have 10 images. The 5 is just so that it's easier for me to showcase. So when we zoom in here, you can see here that there is the rectangle button, and then you can select the label you're gonna wanna annotate. We'll just set car and then shape. Now put the mouse like this, and then just click, and there we have the first annotation we've made. And if you want these to show up constantly, then you can go to settings, workspace, and always show object details. I personally keep this on, but obviously it's personal preference. Yep, then the truck. So you have, do we have another car here? Not really. So once you've selected the box here once, you can then press N and just draw another one of the same type. Here I actually don't want that, so I'll do here truck shape, and then we'll draw this one. You can of course obviously just right click and change it here if you want to, but I personally like doing this once. So we can see traffic cone shape, that's also cone, and then we can press N and we'll get another traffic cone instead of having to right click and select it again there. Let me quickly just do these. There we go. Okay. Now, usually these images are pretty wide, so you're gonna want to do, at the end, you're gonna want to do one quick zoom out to, for example, annotate this truck in the background. Let's do it like this, well, mirror. Since if the truck is not annotated, the AI will be punished for annotating it. So it's really necessary to get some consistent annotation, regardless of where it is. I think that's a car, but those are a bit, so you can see here. Whoops, I moved around the window. There we go. You can see here that don't annotate blurry vehicles, and I think this counts as one of those. Yep, we have no signs, so let's do this. So CVAT will not autosave. You should either click the button or press Ctrl S to save it, and then instead of pressing these ones you can use F and D, and that's quicker to move around. Let's see, so then we have a truck over here, like that. And then we have a couple of signs. So as for the signs and traffic lights too, these use up different things. So you can see that by default the sign is stop, but we'll want to change that to service sign in this case. Keep in mind that even though the EU has guidelines, you can see that not all of the signs look just like they look here in Finland. So this is a service sign, and then we can see this green line sign here, and this is a information sign, like that. Okay, anything else? There's a truck there, but I think that's too blurry to annotate. This yield sign is the wrong way around, so we don't want to annotate it. Yep, that seems good. Save. Next one. We have a bunch of cars. So let's do these ones. Like that. And here we see another thing that we're going to want to do. So when annotating, make sure you annotate where the car would be instead of what you see. So here, even though we can't see the car behind here, we know that it's behind there. So we want to annotate what we think, well, where we think the car is. So let's think all these. That's so that the AI can track cars behind and the information we use out of places. Let's do one. There we go. That's a bit too well. Let's see. Do we even have that? Yeah, we don't really. That's the speed limit, like ending sign, I think. Okay. Save. Next one. Here we see this is a weird speed limit sign, but this is a speed limit sign, I think. Let's hope it's a speed limit sign. There we go. And that's an information sign. Actually, no, that's a service sign, I think. Signs, service, there we go. And then we have a bunch of cars. Like this. And then we have the trucks. Nice. Again, you want to have where the truck would be, so I don't put it there. Then yeah, it's probably right there. And then I'd say that that truck is probably too blurry to annotate, okay? Anything in the mirror? No. That would do. Let's... next one. Ooh, this is a night one. Interesting. Okay. That's a truck. There we go. And that's a truck too. And we pretty much can't see anything else. We know there's a truck there, but that's too small to annotate. Yep, okay. So now this is done. You go up to the top left here that says menu, click it, and then change the job state to completed. Continue. And now you can just exit out and go to the jobs. You'll see here that annotation completed, and once we check the annotations and approve it, you'll see it here too. Now if we go to the Discord again, you'll see that I can do /progress. This takes like up to a minute to update, so we can see that yeah, it's not yet updated, but it'll update eventually, and then we'll get the progress up here and this one, and then you can do /leaderboard, and here we can see that tutorial user right now is number 1 with 1 jobs completed. Now to get another one, you can just do /assign and then your username, so tutorial user. There we go. And we can see that we have another job ready to go. There we go. You can open this up and this works just the same way. I'll quickly skip through and see if there's a traffic light anywhere here. No. So what I'll show you again is that when you annotate traffic lights, make sure you right click and set the state. Whoops, that's well, that'll stay there. You'll see red, yellow and green, and you'll want to select the correct one onto these. Remove that one and let's exit out. Now if you leave a job, like you don't have time to complete it, Then after, again, please check that it's been like a minute since you assigned the job, otherwise things might break. I mean, I think I fixed all the problems, but you never know. Then do /unassign and the username again, tutorial user. And you'll see that it unassigned the job that you had there. Except that it didn't. We'll have to wait more. Yeah, let me skip 30 seconds here. Okay, this should be enough time. So /unassign tutorial user, and hopefully this time it actually. There we go. Okay, now it will work. Discord /unassign. Okay, so clearly this might take like, let's say 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But okay, now it should be unassigned. Yeah, there we go. And if during that time you made any changes to the annotation, they will still carry on to the next user, so they can pick up where you left off. Yeah, okay. So that's the general annotation guidelines, and we'll add down here, we'll add a FAQ section, and if you have any questions, just ping any of us on Discord, and we'll add them down here too. Okay?